Hi everybody. So I'm sure you all are also receiving a lot of emails from Facebook wherein it is talking about simplifying workplace to help your business adapt to the new normal. Zomato sending us numerous beautiful emails talking about the no touch delivery, and Zoom sending us things to explain that how they are helping us customize features and how they are adding features to make your meetings and discussions all the more interesting and useful. Yes, all these biggest of the brands of their times are talking about one thing, that is product improvisation. Yes, that is the brand growth idea of this week, product improvisations and why this is important. Before I give you the pointers for product improvisation, I really want to share a small story, an incident which occurred this week, and that's how I decided that this is something I'm going to share with you in the next video. So here is one ace designer, a very good creative professional working with me for good 10-15 years, and suddenly I got a call and he told me that he's been struggling with work, and rather getting work and then getting the payments. And that's how it struck me that despite being such a creative and a thorough professional he is, why he is struggling to get the real kind of work, to get the kind of customers he is keen on getting. So what is it that is stopping him, or what he rather asked me, if I could help him or guide him, how to deal with the situation. Instantly I thought about product improvisation. Why product improvisation? Because here it is not something that we can make him more presentable and talk about his personal brand, but rather than that, the struggle here is your offering, are your services relevant to the current times? Is it what the customer is looking for? Are you offering solutions in a way that they can resonate and find you appealing enough to work with you? All these things, all these elements are actually a part of product improvisation, which is very much the need of the hour. And I'm sure in this pandemic we all have seen numerous of product improvisations taking place all around us, whether it is the Ola or Uber, talking about complying with the safety protocols, or it is Zomato coming in and expressing the 8 step delivery, which is a no touch delivery, and safeguarding your interests so that no one suffers among their customers. Or it is the even the small apps like MyGate and all, which are telling you and informing you on email and SMSs that how they are trying to do the RWA drives and arranging for the vaccination. All these things are important aspects, rather examples and stories of product improvisation. And that's exactly what I told my friend, that it is important for him to understand the market and improvise his offerings. So how precisely we can actually get into the product improvisation, and what we can do as the product owners, or as the service providers, or as companies and people who are already servicing the clients, what we can do to in terms of product improvisation that leads to our brand growth. Not very detailed video today, but I'll certainly share some quick tips for you, which you need to sit and work on, you need to jot down and get to it, and you will see that you are striking better chords with the right people, with the right kind of ideal consumers and buyer personas, if you have seen my last video and worked on that. So, what are the things that you can do to actually improvise a product? The first and foremost has to be aligning your offer. If your offer is aligned with the environment, the chances of you coming across as someone appealing and approachable are multiplied. So just check if your offer, if your brand messaging, if your positioning, and how you are perceived, how you are communicating, is that in align with the environment? If not, align it with the environment. Try to understand the consumer insight and communicate the offer. So the first one here is that align with the environment. Second, do a value check. Everyone out there is offering value. Everyone out there is looking for value addition. So do a value check in terms of your branding, in terms of your communication. Is my product or service valuable enough in the current times? Is it something which is relevant, which is need of the hour? If not, how I can make it more apt and suitable for the customers out there? And to give you a hint here, like I am not talking about aligning and value check as the same things. Aligning with the environment is wherein you add on to your service, to add on to your product and make it more apt for the environment. Value check is if your brand is perceived in the right way, or you really need to tweak it and bring about the product in a all new avatar and then make it more relevant to your audiences. Third, become the media. We've been talking a lot about how we can become a media company, but here for product improvisation, you need to become the media and exploit social media for your for communicating like a reporter to about your product improvisations. Talk about it. Talk about the user stories. Say how you brought in a difference to your offer. Say share a customer experience, whether it is an instant delivery or an instant moment, a wow moment or a moment of gratitude. Publish it all. Report about how a little tweak in your product or service is bringing in lot of accolades for you. So become a reporter and talk about it. Publish like a reporter. Fourth, provide product or brand extensions. I remember last year I talked about brand extensions and how we did with our thing, in the first lockdown phase, and how we extended our products and offerings to the support groups and collaborators to keep the momentum going internally for our business, as well as helping people who were suddenly, uh, you know, fixated on at their homes and struggling to do the things right and to get the work in a very effective and professional way. So that way you have to offer product and brand extensions. It could be something like taking from a manual system to a online system to a telephone app. So offer extensions and simplify your offering. Then the next one here is, so how many we have covered? We have covered 4 points. The fifth one is stop selling and offer help. A little bit on the consumer insight and brand messaging. Present times are the times when everyone out there is struggling with lot of brain fogs and mental struggles. So if your offer is coming, if you're coming up as a solution provider, the chances of you being listened and approached double. So do not just sell your product and talk about the benefits, but offer help. When we say offer help, that also means when you are launching a product improvisation, you need to talk about the hand holding part. If I am adapting to a new thing, if I am taking your offer, which is a product or brand extension, will you be guiding me? Like for instance, I talked about Facebook Workplace. So they have been doing demos. Their sales teams are there to offer, demo and as well as the hand holding when required. Telling you and briefing you on how to use Workplace and how it simplifies everything for you, simplifies project management for people who are working from home in the new normal. So that's the kind of thing you need to offer. Offer solutions, offer help, not just sell product. Network and create goodwill. A lot of people who are in the service industry are networking and creating goodwill for their product and offering. That's the same thing you need to do for product improvisations. If I am doing something for a client or a business and it has helped me, so one is that I network with them and help them understand their own offer better. Second is I am creating goodwill out of that entire thing. uh, for instance, we did something in the May month, and instantly we got a lot of connections, we got a lot of testimonials, and we started publishing it on social media. So what happens there is you create goodwill, and that's how your product improvisations reach places. People take it seriously because it is not you who is talking about your product, but it is other people endorsing the improvisations in your product and offering. So network and create goodwill around it. The seventh point, partner with an expert. A lot of us have been talking about, and I will be talking about this in the next video in details. But why it helps to partner with an expert? Because that brings in a lot of credibility and adds up to your offer and equity. When an expert is there, people understand that your offer is serious, you are backed with the right kind of advisors and the right kind of people to manage this product offering, and they trust your offer more because they see it not just as a marketing campaign or something which is there to get an instant boost to your brand presence, but rather take it as a serious offering, give it a thought, and take the demonstrations, indulge into engagement when they know that your product offer is backed by the experts. So apply all these 7 points to your product improvisation, and I'm sure you will notice the difference because we have tried it and we have noticed the difference. And lot of brands like Zomato, Facebook, all Zoom, they have been accepted all across the globe for these wonderful product improvisations that they've been offering to everyone who is trying to understand and get adapted to this new normal. So it is the right time to get onto product improvisations and get to the top of mind of your target audience. Apply this, and we'll be back with more brand growth ideas soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, stay sane. Happy branding!